need your space, then pull me close. I read your silence, louder than most. One day you're warm, the next day you're cold. Got me sick.
Hello everyone, I'm at the airport in Gatwick right now and I'm going on another trip, and this time it's going to be longer. We're going to China with my mom for 10 days and I'm going to Moscow now, spend a couple of days there, and then we'll meet with my mom and we'll fly to China from there. Here we're taking the train to the airport together. I grabbed some snacks before the flight.
I met with my mom and now we're at the airport in Moscow, heading out to our trip to Shanghai, and I'm very excited. It will be 8-hour flight and then we'll land there. It's the first time in China and it's super cool. See you!
My roast beef sandwich was very tasty. The flight went really fast and smooth, and just like that we're already in Shanghai. This is the hotel we booked for the next 5 days. This is my mum. There we are, just checking into our room. The room turned out to be a bit strange, definitely smaller than we expected. The weirdest part was that the bed was literally on the floor. As I learned, it's called a tatami style, and there was an unexpected step on the floor right by the bed. And there wasn't a proper bathroom, the sink was literally in the main room. After settling in, we decided to go for our first walk. Our hotel was in the French Concession area, and we were right next to one of the most famous buildings, Wukang building, which reminds me of a Flatiron in New York. The main street here is called Wukang Road, and there's this very cute teddy bear cafe. Actually there are two, but one of them is especially famous for their drinks with a little teddy bear on top. We continued to walk along the Wukang Road through the French Concession, and this part of Shanghai feels very European. Here we arrived at the place I was talking about, the teddy bear cafe. Look how cute it is. We've got 2 iced drinks because it was so hot and we really wanted something refreshing. After that we took a cab to Yuan Garden, a famous lively area with traditional Chinese architecture, with those beautiful roofs, lots of gift shops and restaurants, and this very cute little area with a pond and bridges surrounded by historical buildings of, I think it's the Ming dynasty. It looked absolutely stunning. We got closer to the evening, so it slowly got darker and it made it look even more magical. There were also lots of people around. It's definitely touristy, but also lots of local people dressed up in traditional Chinese clothes and just taking photos, like professional photo shoots. Second day in Shanghai.
We are going to do some shopping today. I'm very excited. I just done my hair because it was a mess after yesterday and it's humid here. We're going to check out all the shops that I have on my list, and then we're going to go to the night Bund to enjoy the view, and we're going to go to some restaurants as well.
This is my look for the day. We went back to the main Wukang building and just wandered around the gift shops. They have this super cute ice cream stand with ice cream in the shape of a dog or a banana. I got a mix of different mini ice creams: grapes, strawberry, peach, mango and pistachio, and they have a layer of chocolate and gelato-y feeling. This is a great one, very good, and this is mango. The ice cream is actually really tasty, and they even gave us gloves to use so that we don't get messy. And then we continued our walk. The plan was to spend most of the day shopping. We went back to the teddy bear cafe we went the day before, and there was this shop on the second floor, and look how cute everything is. I really like the clothes. It's not really my usual style, but everything looked so adorable. I probably should have tried something on. The pieces were really well designed. Every item had some kind of a teddy bear detail, and somehow it didn't really look cheesy. Well, it looked very stylish and quite unique. A bit pricey though. right in front of that place there was a famous cosmetic shop called Harmay. They are famous in China and known for selling mini versions of products. They don't have any testers, but you can buy a smaller size of luxury brands for a much lower price just to try it out. And I got a bunch of face masks, some creams and foundation, and they even gave me a little candy as a gift at the till. We were getting tired, so we stopped for brunch in a cute café with a window view, and we tried squab for the first time in my life. Right next door there was this popular gift shop where they sell hand creams based on your birth date. You choose the month and the day, and they give you a cream with a flower scent that represents that date. My mom got a few for her friends, and I got one for Steve. This is how they look, with a nice flower picture on them. And then you can ask to engrave text on the back, and they wrap it very beautifully, all for free.
Bring me into golden sunlight.
After that, we headed to the main shopping street, Huaihai Road, one of the biggest in Shanghai, with House of Nowhere, Gentle Monster, and a famous exhibition was one of the main spots I wanted to visit. You can try all the different glasses, including their famous foldable ones, and they have this huge vegetable theme as installation. So you fold it like that, and then again, and then you fold it again, and this is what you end up with. The first floor there's also Tambourines, a popular Asian perfume brand, and on the second floor there was this iconic face installation that I've seen all over Instagram. I saw there were also some giant croissants on Instagram, but I didn't really see them here, but oh well. Anyways, the space looks very fashionable and there are other installations all around.
If I'm going with you, I know we'll get to the other side.
Right across from that was a bag store called sooo, a very popular local brand, and there was a queue to get in, but they gave us water because it was incredibly hot. The bag looks really nice and cute, but I didn't really buy anything. We also saw a huge Adidas with 5 floors, and finally I went to Pain, another brand I really wanted to try. We don't really have it in London, and I ended up buying a pair of trainers. And then we went to Matcha Wang, famous for their matcha drinks with little sheep on it, and we tried several matcha places, and this one was by far the best, so highly recommend it. Then we also stopped by a local brand called Mason Prince, with a funny water thing in the middle, and I bought a small bag there. All the clothes looked really cute and creative. We finally got to the hotel, completely exhausted after hours and hours of walking and shopping, but we still wanted to see the embankment at night. We were worried they're gonna turn off the lights at 10 p.m, but luckily in summer they keep them up until 11, and all the buildings were lit up, and finally we saw the iconic night Shanghai skyline everyone talks about. Look at it, it's so amazing, breathtaking.
The next day you called, got me second guessing what I already know. I give you love, but you ration yours, you open up.
So this is the Bund area. We walked along the embankment and then turned into a pedestrian street because we were starving and it was almost midnight, and we found a hot pot place of a popular hot pot chain. We wanted to try it and it was open all night, and oh my god, I was so hungry. I definitely overestimated how much I could eat, and the portions were massive. and they just kept bringing more and more food, and spoiler alert, we didn't even finish a third of it, and I felt so guilty.
When the nights get slow, but then disappear.
Back at the hotel, we had a quiet elevator ride with a delivery robot, and then I fell asleep the minute I got into our tatami bed. The next morning, we went to a pancake place called Fine. The pancakes were delicious, but we waited in line for almost an hour. But I'd say it was worth it. Then we headed to the area with Louis Vuitton ship exhibition. You have to register for a time slot. The earliest available was in a couple of hours, so we had some time to kill, and we went to the biggest Starbucks in the world, which happened to be right next to it. It was huge and like really impressive inside, and they have some local Shanghai mugs that you can buy. After that, we took a cab to a shop called Underwear, and right next to it there was this tambourine shop. It's the same brand I showed you before with the perfume, and this time they had this nicer separate shop. So this is Underwear, the shop with the giant Dalmatian. I really wanted to see it. Mostly men's clothes, but I'd say maybe unisex, but very stylish and a bit pricey, but looks amazing. Nearby, we visited a Buddhist temple, my first one ever, and it felt surreal just seeing it surrounding by skyscrapers, such an old place, with the giant Buddha statue and all the Chinese roofs. It was looking really nice. Later we went back to the Louis Vuitton exhibition, and it was beautifully done with brand history, iconic pieces, fashion looks. It's very nice. It reminded me of some exhibitions I've been in London of different brands, but this one was free and yeah, really well done. And as you go through it, you exit through the actual Louis Vuitton shop. By the time we came out, it was dark and everything looked even more magical. The ship, the mall next to it, all lit up at night. We had dinner at a pasta place that makes fresh pasta every day, and it was super tasty, and they offered that as a free portion because they were going to get rid of it anyways. Next day we started with food at the hotel, duck with rice. Then we took a cab to a nearby old Chinese town, often called the Chinese Venice. It was probably one of the most beautiful places in our trip. The boats, the channels, the atmosphere, everything felt very authentic. When you get to a place, there is a kind of a set route that everyone follows. It goes along the river and small local shops, and we paid extra to enter the 2 gardens and an art exhibition. One of the gardens had a beautiful pond, and it felt a bit Japanese style. There were lots of small food shops along the way, and we tried a drink we thought was a bamboo. It was interesting. Later the Chinese person told me it was a candy cane. Then we crossed a big bridge, and there was a little food court with popular chains like Starbucks, but we decided to skip it and stay in the old town instead. I decided to try traditional dessert instead. It's made of hawthorn with sugar coating on top. You can see how they call it Chinese Venice. It's basically an old Chinese village built around the cute river channels, and it looks amazing. After walking around there, we took a taxi back to Shanghai and went to a dinner at the warehouse number 3. This place was super modern, futuristic, and very Instagrammable. The dumplings were amazing, and everything we ordered was really good. And if that's what you're looking for, they also gave us drinks in the shape of a purse. Then we went back to the river because I really wanted to go to the Café manor. It's famous for a breathtaking view, but unfortunately it was very foggy.
My hair is getting bigger and bigger, and we just met some Chinese girls on embankment next to the river. Take a picture of me. I thought they were asking to take a picture of them, but they kind of asked to take a picture of me, which is very nice. And they used this like professional camera, and they send it to me on WeChat in 3 days. And that was very cute and very nice of them. One of them was apparently an English teacher, and her sister was a model, and they have this like, professional cameras and everything. Tomorrow is going to be our last day in Shanghai, so we have still lots of things on the list to finish. Probably not all of them, but there's a bunch of stuff to do. Maybe we'll go to a bar with a view in the evening. Then Tuesday, middle of the day, we just go fly to Beijing, and we'll do all the Chinese all the touristy stuff there.
Next morning, we started at a cafe called Apoli near our hotel. It had nice Italian music and loads of desserts. It looked amazing, but it was a bit crowded, to be fair. And then we went to see the famous 1000 Trees building, which is one of the key spots to see in Shanghai. From there, we enjoyed the view and we walked to another Buddhist temple, which felt more secluded despite being in the city. It's called a Jade Buddha temple, one of the Shanghai's most famous Buddhist temples. Inside, it's home to 2 beautiful Jade Buddha statues that were brought from Myanmar over a century ago. And you can also see fires guardian statues at the entrances. They might look intimidating, but they're actually just there to protect the temple from the evil spirits. And then it started to rain. Apparently June is a season of rains in China. We went to a pedestrian street, visited Pop Mart, and had lunch afterwards in a traditional Chinese restaurant, and headed to Pudong. Pudong was the area where we haven't been before, and we decided to walk in the big park despite of the rain. It even stopped for a little bit. It felt like a little pause in our super fast-paced trip, so nice and peaceful. Our plan for the evening was to go to a rooftop bar at the Ritz, supposedly the highest in Shanghai. And it was supposed to have an amazing view of all the skyscrapers, but unfortunately it was super foggy and there was literally no view, but the drinks were really good. And now we're back at the airport, flying to Beijing. This candy they gave me at Hermès is very strange, coffee plus salt plus sweetness. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. The next video is going to be about Beijing, our next destination. Follow me for more updates about my life in London. It was Julia. See you soon. Bye.